Sometimes the best way to kick off a show is with a joke, hence why the WWE sometimes use John Cena in the opener. As for TNA, we get Buddy Ray saying without the other members of the Aces and Eights, there would be no Buddy Ray. Because for a few years now, Buddy Ray has been seen as the top heel of the company, maybe the top heel in most wrestling companies as of recent. But to say something as ridiculous as that, he's just put himself further and further down. But looking past that, as the night goes on, the Ace and Eights get their moment. Even Nux, the guy who I believe has done the least in this faction. He goes one-on-one with Chris Sabin. What a big step this is for Nux. But during the match, a hammer gets passed into the ring, which Sabin grabs hold of before Nux and hits Nux for a DQ. So Nux beats Sabin. Then we have Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff defeating James Storm and Gunner. After long last, TNA think, right, we got a face tag team, we need heel opponents. And they're using the two members of the Ace and Eights which have previously had involvement as a tag team. So maybe this is going to be a growing feud now. But as you can see, so far, the Ace and Eights are getting their wins, getting their moments. But when we get to the gauntlet match for 20 points in the Bound for Glory series, Anderson was unable to get the job done, and AJ Styles wins 20 points. So we've had, which this disappoints Buddy Ray, and this is just yet another fallout between Buddy Ray and Anderson, which is good because gradually, bit by bit, the Aces and Eights will finally break up, disband, and be no more. But later in the night, we get the direction of Anderson and we get the direction of Buddy Ray. Even though I am a Mickie James fan, this segment between her and ODB, it really weren't at her hottest. She starts talking about her music career and becoming bigger than life. And even though she may be doing well in that, have a great voice and all that crazy ass jazz, I want to be hearing and seeing her doing what we grew to love about her, which is her wrestling, her promo skills, and her kick-ass moves. But it felt like the segment only got better when ODB came out and started mentioning and getting to the point about the championship, about the title match we'll be getting sometime down the line. And it ends up with ODB stripping Mickie James, one way of shutting her up. Mickie James flees the ring, being half naked, and ODB, pumping up about her championship match later down the line. So, thanks to ODB for saving this segment. Mickie James, concentrate on what's needed. Because this match, ODB's been out of the Knockout Championship for a while now. So to have her back in, hopefully building herself up as the BAM BAM, I'm here to get you kind of knockout again. This could be a good match, good feud. But just like the WWE, who do we have that's going to be the next step up diva knockout? Two words in one. Who do you believe should be or should become the next knockout champion? With the World Championship not meaning a thing to Sting anymore, this is giving Sting a new focus, a new direction, and what he should be doing, which is concentrating on putting over new talent. Even though Buddy Ray is not a new talent, he is still someone that I guess TNA want to continue putting concentration on. So for that reason, as much as I don't want to see the match, it makes sense. And before the main event actually takes place between Buddy Ray and Sting, we have the Hulkster announcing that Tito will be banned from ringside, and the main event is gonna be a no disqualification match. Well, at least Hogan didn't botch this. Well, the things that I picked out from this is that we have the Ace and Eight and main event Mafia, of course, gonna get involved, have their little segment. And the fact I felt that maybe that we're gonna be getting a Buddy Ray and Hulk Hogan match somewhere down the line. Because week after week, we've had a segment where Buddy Ray is talking to Hogan, Hogan's talking to Buddy Ray. And yes, we had the Bound for Glory series building up, Chris Sabin possibly coming back, involved with the championship again. But I feel more we're going to be getting a Buddy Ray and Hogan feud or match later down the line. Do you guys see that? Feel that? But as for the main event, okay, as predicted, we had the Ace and Eight and main event Mafia brawl fight during the match. They've had their moment, their build. It was expected, because with the no disqualification and TNA concentrating on their feud, I guess this was their way of making it be seen during the main event. And then we have Anderson screwing Buddy Ray by throwing the hammer in, and it goes out the other side, which leaves Buddy Ray to once again tap out to Sting's submission move. This is the reason why I didn't want to see this match. You've got who has been seen as one of the greatest heels in TNA and possibly in wrestling, tapping out to someone who really shouldn't be beating talent like Buddy Ray anymore. And looking past that, it is adding more to the breakup of the Ace and Eights, the fallout between Anderson and Buddy Ray. So for that, yada yada yada, okay, that was good. But for this main event, it really wasn't the match that mattered. Yes, it made up for the Hulkster's botch last week, but this match, it was the outcome that mattered. Okay, so next week is No Surrender. And following the gauntlet match where we had Jay Bradley, Hernandez, Joseph Parks, Anderson, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Kazarian, Daniels, Jeff Hardy, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, and Magnus. In the end, AJ Styles wins. So he got the 20 points, putting him first in the leaderboard. As predicted, this is, in my opinion, I don't think AJ was going to be this year's winner. But with this whole contract thing floating around, TNA seem to want to be doing their best to keep him around. So well done, AJ. You're putting yourself back on top. Poor Magnus. But things could change. Maybe AJ Styles is having his final moments before he leaves. We'll have to find out. But they all got to choose their opponent for next week. We're getting AJ Styles and Aries. This match I'm looking forward to seeing. Two great performers, two great athletes, and a feud match that I would love to see go on and on at a later date, because you could expect the best from these two. And that leaves Bobby Roode and Magnus. which during this Bound for Glory series, these two have had a bit of back and forward stuff, so it makes sense. But also next week we have the Bound for Glory series finale, which I think could be AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode, or versus Magnus. Because I think with Bobby Roode having the whole I promise I'm going to go and win the Bound for Glory series and become the World Heavyweight Champion, it would make sense for us to continue that feeling, continue that promise, and to have that direction. But Magnus, the reason I say Magnus as the second possibility is because we want to believe in Magnus. Yes, there are some people who don't like him, don't see greatness in him, but he's made it this far. Can Magnus not have that push a little bit further? Come on. And the other thing I was thinking is, are we going to be getting the ODB and Mickie James match as a match on the card? And also the main event, the match that I feel is going to be the start of something special or something bleh. We have Buddy Ray versus Anderson. Anderson's going for the World Heavyweight Championship. He's in the main event. Oh my gosh. Next week looks to be a good show. I feel I'm going to need to get my monster, to get my candy, and just enjoy next week. People, please join in and share your thoughts of this week in the comment section below and get your stuff ready for next week because what it looks like next week's going to be a good show. Thank you very much, people. Until next time, keep smiling and remember the best is yet to come.